Hello, everybody.
Or if you're just soaking it in a little bit, I mean, yeah, this massive, huge event, financially successful. You had a phenomenal performance in there. You won all 3 rounds, 10-8 in a couple of them. And then just the only thing that doesn't go right is to get the perfect ending, I'm sure, the way you wanted to get, a nice clean stoppage. So what is the emotion like right now? I mean, everything great except for maybe just didn't walk out of the cage you wanted.
As far as painting my Picasso, I almost got to do it. I heard a lot of comments. I read a lot of media stuff. People talking about the later the fight goes, or if the fight hits the ground, or in certain situations, I'd be outworked or outclassed. Not happening. I want somebody to pull up a fight that I've faded in the fourth or fifth round. That's not gonna happen. What happened in the third was just gonna keep happening in the fourth, and in the fifth. Haven't eaten either, so. Oh yeah, that's good pizza. Fuck yeah. So I was ready to fuck him up. Keep going, man. Nate's a fucking dog though. Cause those same shots I've hit a lot of people. I fold him like a long chair. You literally got to kill that dude. I said in every interview leading up to this, or it wasn't a line, man. You got to kill that dude.
Let's say you were smiling in there. It looked like you were having fun. I mean, you were
Always.
talking a little bit. Yeah. How did the fight play out versus your expectations? You knew he was going to be tough, but it seemed like you were having success in most aspects of it.
That's exactly how we saw the fight playing out. We'll touch him up in the chin. If he's still there after I touch him up in the chin, we'll work the body, and we'll go back to the chin. We'll win the wrestling scrambles. We'll win the clinch work. And he'll just get tired from the damage that we're putting out. I have one of the best gas tanks in this division. I'm going to prove it at some point against everybody. I didn't feel that that I was getting tired, at all. I think he was a little bit more tired because he had to step on the gas a little harder than I did, especially with the body shots I was landing.
You immediately said, hey, we can run it back because of the way it ended. Dana came in here and said, listen, I don't know. I don't think that's the way I want to go right now. So tell us what you think. I mean, obviously, you're going to have a lot of options on the table. Is there something that, like, inside you that really, really wants to run this back next? Or do you feel like, maybe you could run it back in the future at some point? There's other things up right now. What makes sense to you?
I'm the most competitive person this whole fucking company's ever seen, man. I don't want nothing to take my greatness to say some guy tripped on the pebble and that's how I beat him. That's not me. I want to end him. I want to send him off to another dimension. I got nothing but respect for the dude, but that's the type of artwork I like to do. I didn't get it on this one. Are we going to rematch tomorrow, next week? I don't know, but it will happen at some point,
Would you prefer it be next, or would you be open to other fights first?
I'm open to the money, and he's a money fight. If Canelo wants to get his ass kicked, that's a fight I'll take, I'm just here to get the biggest checks possible. But Nate is in the future for a fact. We're doing it next year, the year after that, but it's gonna happen.
The last thing for me, Jorge, is as you were leaving, it was tough to see. It looked like somebody in the crowd went after you, or there was some kind of little incident off to the side as you were leaving the octagon before you made your way past press row. Do you know what happened over there?
Nah, those are rumors, man. Ain't nothing happened.
You just said if Canelo wants to get it, right? When did that idea, possibility come into your mind?
I can box. I can hit hard. I got different angles. I'm not going to get tired in a 12-round boxing event, especially if I have time to prepare for it. It's just kind of fate. He's fighting today. I'm fighting today. I heard we killed him on the fucking pay-per-views. UFC, what up? You're welcome. I don't know. I like to break his face, man. Just fight. Just test myself. Make a lot of money for testing myself. But I truly feel I can make it 1-1 MMA versus boxing.
Fair enough. And you said after the win over Askren that you wanted the UFC to find someone who could beat you. Does that person exist on the roster right now after this win tonight?
I'll prove it that they don't exist.
I mean, this rematch thing, we'll see how it plays out, but I think in a lot of people's minds, if Colby Covington beats Kamaru Usman next month, it's the fight people want to see. How close of an eye are you going to be keeping on that fight?
If I have trouble sleeping, I hang out, smoke weed, and fucking pass out and eat a lot of food and stuff. I don't need to see that fight, so I won't be watching that shit. And that's just math speaking. I mean, who the fuck have they knocked out? I got more stoppages this year than them their whole fucking career combined. That's just math, though. You could look it up. Yeah, I know you guys like that. That's just the truth, man. Are we gonna fight when that championship of sissies is done? and the dust settles, and if one of them makes it to the fight, because these guys are always pulling out against each other, I'll be there when the dust settles. I don't know when or not, but it's on my terms though now. And this fight, I told the UFC, I told my manager, I wasn't going to fight no more after July. The fight was not that long, my last one, before this one. But the training camp was about 12 weeks, and I had suffered a couple of hand injuries going into the fight. Thank God it didn't last long. And I didn't want to fight this year. They called me with the greatest opportunity of my life, and I said, fuck it, let's do it. Let's risk it all. I won, so I am going to take a little bit of time off, heal my hands, get a couple injuries right, and that's it. Get right back at it next year.
Last thing for me, you spoke a little bit about this year, but when Dana was in here, he said he thinks you're the front runner for Fighter of the Year this year. I think a lot of people would agree. Can you just reflect a little bit on your journey this year from beating Darren Till to knocking out Ben Askren to what you did tonight?
I got a lot of things to do in my book before I close it off. Before I close this chapter and move on to the next in my life, I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm getting out these pages filled out. If I get Fighter of the Year, now I can give a fuck less. But my own personal goals and stuff, I will have them met before this career of mine is done. I got about 3 to 4 more years for you guys to enjoy this violence, so tune in.
Hey, Jorge, here to the side. So we got to see the BMF belt unveiling on Friday. You finally got it now. What's your opinion on the belt, on the design?
I love the fucking belt. I love it. It's dark. Man, I love it. I love it. It doesn't look like any other belt that the UFC's ever made. I fucking personally love it, man. I'd rock that shit. I'd wear that out in public, maybe.
So we're going to see a couple pictures on social media? You out in town with it?
Yeah. You'll see me a couple pictures. But also I'm the type of dude, and I'm going to sound like I'm greedy, which I am. I live in the future, man. This thing is cool, but I'm not going to be in every interview like that. Like them cocksuckers. Okay, look at me, I got an interim belt. That's not me, man. I want the next belt, man. So this one's cool, but I'm going to get more.
And there were a couple instances in the fight, you and Diaz were saying things to each other. Do you recall any of the word exchanges?
That's just man talk. That's just two men talking. Chopping it up. Talking work, workshop shit.
And I know you said that you want to take some time off, heal and such, but you also said that you want the big money fights and such. Conor McGregor said that he is going to come back January 18th. And Dana White said...
Come back to what?
To MMA, to the UFC.
What do you mean, like fighting in the cage?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That dude's been talking wild for a second. If he fights and gets a victory, and he wants this, and some of you motherfuckers are mean, man, because you know what the fuck I'll do to that little dude, bro. I'll fuck that little guy up, man. He's a fucking midget. Dana White, president of this motherfucking company, said I'm too much man for him. I get it why people want to see him hurt for the stunts he's been pulling. But he don't want this shit. He's just talking so he can get his name out there. He was cheering for Nate. He wanted to run it back with Nate. You think he's at home seeing that fight saying, I want to fight that dude? That dude ain't retarded. You see, he punches old people in the face because those are fights that he could win. He don't want this shit.
Just lastly for me, Dana
No,
kind of change.
you know he doesn't want this shit. Dana and them might try to promote it. I don't even think Dana's going to promote that fight because that dude, you can't get that guy to sign the paper.
So you were having a whole lot of success really early, connecting on a lot of combinations. Was it a strategy to really go after combos instead of single shots, following up with a big kick that busted him open? Was that a specific thing you guys had looked for, or was that just something that happened and you saw it and went for it?
Combo platter. We train all aspects of it, and we take combos or we take single shots, Those body shots, man, you guys got to look at the tape. Those body shots I was landing to the body, was no way he was going to outdo me in the 4th and 5th rounds because those body shots take a toll on your fucking legs, man. And he knows it and I know it. I wasn't going nowhere in that 4th and 5th round. That's why I had that big smile on my face. I wanted to get after it, man. I didn't get to put my signature on that drawing, but whatever, on the next one.
Just wondering, Jorge, you mentioned how the belt might go around town with you. Do you think...
I'm sorry. More pizza.
More pizza over here.
I'm running out of pizza. I'm about to walk out this motherfucking interview. More pizza, please. Hurry up, somebody.
I'm just wondering, do you see that as a belt that you'll be defending, like in the next fight? Will you be taking it out and sort of putting it on the line, or is this sort of a one-and-done situation in your mind?
Says 1 out of 1. I'm not giving this belt to nobody. And if you want to try to come get it, you're going to have a fucking problem. I want everybody else's belt, so like I said earlier, I'm a greedy motherfucker, man. They say there's some rumors going around about some other belt. I want that belt. And every belt that I can get my hands on, and I'm not even joking.
I'm just wondering, obviously, The Rock put it around your waist. It was almost like we were in some kind of surreal universe. What was that experience like for you being in Madison Square Garden and The Rock's putting a BMF title around your waist as you get more pizza?
Please, thank you, kind sir. Round of applause for this gentleman. Who is this guy, man? Fucking great dude, just handing out pizza. Say it again.
The feeling of The Rock putting a BMF title around your waist in the middle of Madison Square Garden sold out crowd after a win over Nate Diaz.
Well, I guess I'll open up now. Before the interviews and stuff, though, I'd get asked every time. I kept men in blacking myself because I don't want to think about the dude, The Rock, is going to put the belt on me. Mr. President is here. And my favorite fighter of all times that I've never gotten to meet, though this is a small circle for fighters, is here watching me fight live, and he's walking me out. And I'm headlining MSG. And I'm fighting for that BMF belt. And I'm fighting an opponent that wakes me up, that I say, fuck, I want to fight this dude. All these things, I had to put them aside and just be like, man, it's a fight. Now I could elaborate a little bit more on it. Fucking awesome, man. The Rock, my favorite action star, put the belt on me. My favorite fighter of all times, fucking walked me out. That's insane, man. The only time you see me fanboying hard like that you ever see me was with Duran, man. I was like a kid in a candy store, but I didn't leave that dude alone, man.
And just quickly, obviously, Roberto Duran took you out. I saw he took you out to dinner last night, took you to a restaurant where he used to go.
Yeah.
Just quickly on that experience, what was that like? And what is a meal before a fight? I mean, you would have been tempted. I know you're a bit of a foodie.
Oh no, I eat everything I want when it's all said and done. After I make weight, I eat whatever I want. I'm not like pescatarian or vegan and that shit. I eat whatever the fuck I want. Seafood diet. It was awesome because he had a little bit of sauce in him, and he just started saying stories, and it was like, wow. I wish I had more time. I'd give you some of these fucking amazing stories. It's so good and so detailed, and he's just a funny dude, bro. If he was around during the UFC time, he'd fucking just take over with his fucking stories and the way he carries himself. He just takes over the room. He had maybe like 3 stories that had everybody on the floor fucking rolling, man. Crazy.
Jorge, over here. Hey, you said you were planning to rest up a little bit, but if something is to happen with either Usman or Covington, would you be willing to step in and save the day at UFC 245?
I'd be the hero they need, but they don't deserve me. They'd have to whip out the checkbook like they haven't done it. My hands are fucked up, man. You know, I usually don't say too much about my injuries, but my hand is a little jacked up, man. I need some rehab on it. So if I was to get in, especially those crotch sniffers, I know I could hit them with a fucking knee or something. So I could do it, but they gotta, you know, Dana's not gonna like the figure. Neither's Hunter, the UFC, you know. So I'm gonna put it out there anyway, so it's out in the universe. One of those sissies gets hurt, they gotta pay me, man. They gotta fucking pay me, man.
You said you were one of the most competitive people of all time.
Yes, sir.
At any point tonight, how this fight ended, did you consider not accepting the belt?
Nah.
Not for a second.
Nah, because I knew I whipped him too. If this was not a main event anywhere else, it's 3 rounds, I clear-cut won, you know? No doubt in my mind I won those 3 rounds.
Okay, so if you run it back, the belt will not be on the line? You're keeping it no matter what now?
That says 1 out of 1, my brother.
Okay.
What you do for the meanest motherfucker belt after this? Because that's me also.
Jorge, over here, to your left. Where would you rank this moment among other moments in your career?
It's up there. It's up there. There's a lot of moments that helped me get here that I maybe rank smaller, though they're little moments, you know? Some of you might not even know about them. But this is definitely up in the top 5 moments of my career, for a fact.
And I know you had some reservations about fighting in New York, given what happened with the stoppage. Is that what you were possibly afraid of?
Well, backstage, I kept asking the doctors, how bad was the cut? How bad was the cut? So they showed me a couple pictures, and then one of the doctors came and goes, man, don't worry about the cut. Me personally, he was taking too much shots. I was going to go in the 4th if he kept clipping him, and I was going to stop it because there's too many shots. New York, I know, has had some trouble in the past with deaths and stuff. So it's kind of like, man, I had him on both angles, you know. And what did they want me to do? And then New York, They fucking turned on me, man. Boo the doctor and shit. Don't boo me. I'm the one that did the fucking damage. It's not my fault. I want to keep going. I'm a fucking dog, man. I want to see the person with no life in him when I'm done. It's not my fault.
Y en español, el público latino te ha estado apoyando mucho, especialmente en esta etapa. No sé si quieres usar esta plataforma y decirle algo al público latino que te ha estado apoyando tanto.
Morgan, translate for me. Siempre a mi público latino, cuando yo empecé en los patios y antes de los patios, ellos siempre estaban ahí conmigo desde el principio y van a estar conmigo hasta el final. Yo soy el gallo de ellos y ellos lo saben. Y se lo enseñé hoy porque uno de los perros más grandes que hay en todo el deporte es Nate Diaz. Y yo le enseñé quién es más perro, quién es más gallo a toda mi gente latina. Sin duda todos los latinos están conmigo. Eso no ni se puede dudar.
Gracias, Jorge.
Gracias, hermano. You got that, Morgan?
Jorge, down to your right here. 2019, the last 7 months of 2019 have been phenomenal for you, where you've racked up 3 wins against three of the biggest names in the promotion. What?
3 stoppages, baby.
All right.
With a record-breaking thing. Don't sell me short.
I'm not trying to. Okay, I'll add in the 5-second, the fastest knockout in UFC history. How can you top that in 2020? I meant his entire run. No, 5 seconds.
It's getting top. The same way that gentleman there, Abraham Cowan, with my team, when I came back into this into the sport after the step back, I went in detail with what I was going to do and the things that I would do. And at first, though, they're my peoples. They love me. I love you, George. They were like, man, you're a little fucking crazy, man. You fucking 34 years old. You've been doing this 16 years. I said, just give me a chance. Just get the toughest fights out there and watch what I do. I had a good run in 19. It's going to be better 2020. I guarantee you that.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, man. Good questions today, man. You guys keep it up. Step it up. I like this. Stepping it up.